Okay. So, hello, my name is Zaufishan Hashmi, and I am a student at Bigha School System, Margila campus, and I'm working on my Cambridge IGCSE Global Perspective project. My topic is how profoundly does the availability of quality education determines women's employment prospects in Pakistan. Our group has chosen this topic because in Pakistan, many women still face limited access to quality education due to cultural norms, poverty, and systematic barriers. Okay. Thank you very much for taking the time to meet with me, sir. I would like to begin with a few questions about HEC's role and broader perspective on women's education and socio-economic development in Pakistan.
Okay,
Uh,
sounds good.
okay, so first, if you would like to just introduce yourself a bit.
Uh, I would rather prefer that you should have an introduction because um, you uh, initiated this conversation. So if you have invited me to uh, like share my thoughts, you would know better who am I and how that is going to impact. So I would only say that I've been associated with Higher Education Commission for some time, from 2005 to 2012. So the little bit that I know, I would prefer to share with you against the question that you just mentioned that you have to ask.
Okay.
Rest my career is for past 20-25 years. I've been associated with higher education sector, even though I moved on from HEC back in 2017, but it's still the prime focus area for our company is higher education sector. So that is a brief introduction.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So I think we should just begin with the questions. My first question is, in your opinion, what are the most common challenges faced by women when entering or completing higher education in Pakistan?
Okay, this is quite an important and uh, very well articulated question. But we need to understand the background as well, as far as the country itself is concerned. We are talking about 250 million populous country, fifth largest in the world. And we know that 60% of the population is below 35. And we are talking about higher ed students. They are somewhere around like uh, 29 or more than 30% are between the age of 17 and 25. So that is where the higher education uh, landscape exists. Out of these 25, sorry, out of these 30 or more than 30% population, uh, the only 12% are able to get to the higher education. When we say 12% means 3.6 million of the overall population of the country gets into the higher education uh, landscape or enter. And if we refer to the ratio of male and female, that goes to like 52 or 48. When I moved on from HEC, it was 52% male and 48% female. So we are talking about only 1.8% of the population of this country are able to get into higher ed. And when I say higher ed, I mean all the universities, Open University, Allama Iqbal Open University, the virtual university, all the postgraduate colleges. So if we include all of them, even then we are only referring 1.8% of the population, which is like very low when we talk about uh, the women or the female participant. One of the reasons that I consider is uh, the access is the major issue. In major or metropolitan cities, which are very few in numbers in Pakistan, like we talk about Islamabad, Karachi, Lahore, Multan, Faisalabad, uh, perhaps Sakkar, Quetta, Peshawar, and that's it. Rest of the population lives in smaller towns and villages. And most of the universities that we see are situated in the metropolitan cities. So the access is the major problem. And the societal issues are also there, because if the universities or the higher ed institutes are at distant location, the family member would not allow the girls because of many reasons. Transportation is one of the reason. The societal issue is another reason. So this issue is because of the access. And second is the realization of uh, or the value of education is very meager in the society. That is another reason that female students do not get or do not feel any temptation to get into the higher education institutes. And those who pass out, they have different challenges. Uh, as per the cultural norms, most of them get married, and then there is a break for quite long, and very few are or turned out to be the returning students or returning professionals. So most of the female who are graduated from the universities turn or end up with the household persons and not able to contribute in the society.
Yes, that's a very good perspective and a very detailed facts you have shared. So there are like multiple reasons why
Multiple.
women
That's right.
have personal restrictions are also there and like communal restrictions are also there. So I think
Yeah.
this is to our next question. How is, as you have said in your brief introduction, you have worked at HSC, and the question I would like to ask is, how has HSC, Higher Commission Education, and the Ministry of Pakistan worked to increase women's access to higher education, particularly in like underserved or like rural regions?
Yeah, there are universities which are established over past, I would say, 20 years. I mean, till 2002, when the HEC was established, if I remember correctly, there were only 50 plus universities, or maybe less than 60 universities across the country, even though the population was not so low at that time. And we are talking about 20 years back or 22 years back. From uh, 50 plus universities, today HEC over the past 22 years have reached to more than 250 universities all across, or perhaps 300 university. When I say 300, it includes both private sector and the public sector. And there are campuses being established. I mean, at the areas that you might not have heard of the names, there are universities. One of the name, if I may say, is Vad. There is a campus of Lasbela University in Balochistan. Uh, is not heard of town of Balochistan. Similarly, Loralai, you will find a campus. Mastung, there is a university campus, and Panjgur, there is a university that has been established. Similarly, in Dir, in KP, and Chitral, and Skardu, and Gilgit, all of these places are now having access to the higher education because of the establishment of these universities. In the Sindh region also, there are a number of universities that have been established in Ladkana, in one of the areas, Gambat, which is near Sakkar. There are universities in Khairpur, in Shikarpur, Dera Murad Jamali, there is a university. So the access is increased to a reasonable level, but still, given the population consideration, these numbers are still very low. As I referred, they are only catered for 12% of the eligible students who can get into these universities. So a large number of universities have been established. Some of them are specifically for women university, like Rawalpindi Women University or Begum Nusrat Bhutto Women University, Sakkar, Benazir Bhutto University, Peshawar. These are the women universities. In my opinion, the women universities are to be encouraged or are to be increased across the country because of it gives twofold benefit. One is all the seats are reserved for women, so there will be no challenge or distribution like a university is offering 5,000 or 10,000 seats. All would be inducted, will be female. And the second reason, because of the social norms and the religious aspect, people in those remote areas do prefer to have women only or female only institutions where they can send their kids safely and they could have a peace of mind while their kids are at the university. So that is what is being aimed by HEC, and the target when I moved on from HEC, the target was to have at least one university in each district of Pakistan. So that target is not achieved yet, as per my information, but a number or significant achievement has been done in that context.